morning. It is the 26th. Today's Tuesday, 26th of February, and this is WGTV Today. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good morning, and thank you for being with us.
Good morning. Tuesday it is. Oh boy. Here
we have
go.
Lots to talk about today, Wayne.
What are we going to talk about, Kim?
We have a great interview with quite a few gentlemen that have come on board that will be talking about the partnership between Goldsboro Parks and Recreation and Easy Bait and Tackle. They're having a 2013 shad tournament.
Oh yeah.
They're here to talk about it. Then we also have an interview, and it's talking about work ready. Work ready, how our community, Wayne County, is work ready. Lots of exciting things are in store for you, and hear about that.
And you know, Wayne County is at the forefront of that initiative because we recently received statewide recognition by being the first in the state.
You'll hear more about it coming up.
It's coming up in just a few minutes now. We're really excited about that. Wait till you hear about all this.
Fantastic.
Wow. All right.
Well, Wayne, one thing that I'm excited to tell you about, we have youth in our community that are working very hard throughout all of Wayne County. But one of the things that is happening is the Goldsboro Mayor's Youth Council every year has a fundraiser for scholarships.
Oh, really?
Yes, they do. And what they do is they have an annual Easter basket making, I guess you call it. They make Easter baskets, and they have different price points that they make. They'll have $10 Easter baskets, $15, $20, and $30 Easter baskets, pre-made.
Oh, wow.
They'll be on display at City Hall. They started yesterday, and they will be on display through March 25th. Now you can, that's the classic Easter basket. Now you can also custom make your Easter basket. Pre-order what you want for your particular loved one. It can be, they make specific ones for children, of course, parents, grandparents, senior citizens, teachers, friends, and the list goes on and on. They have the cash and carry pre-made baskets, like I said, that start at $10 and go up to $30. Or you can call them at 580-4359 and order your basket, and they'll do it any way you'd like for whatever person you would like.
I wonder how they figure price on that custom made. Any idea?
They can give you that breakdown whenever you call them, and this is through the Community Affairs Department with the City of Goldsboro. Baskets are on display at City Hall right now as we speak, so you can come by and see that. But just know, if you purchase one of these, you are contributing to the scholarship fund for the Mayor's Youth Council right here in our community.
That's
all
really
the funds.
Nice.
That's what they go for, is
really nice.
to give out quite a few scholarships.
So they will already have baskets pre-made.
That's right. You can walk in the door and just purchase some.
Wow.
10, 15, 20, 25, and $30 baskets. Or you can call them and say, if you want something for $50 or more and you'd like to create your own or make it more specific, they can do that for you. Call Terry Ward or Sue Chance at the Community Affairs Office. Once again, 580-4359.
And speaking of that sort of activity, helping young people out, you know, the Optimist Club does a lot to help out young people. People who cannot afford, youngsters who cannot afford computers. Now, there's a lot of young people out there in public schools and private schools who cannot afford computers.
And nowadays, you need a computer to do so much of your homework and projects, Wayne.
You got to have it at home. You got to have a computer at home. The library is not open 24 hours a day, so youngsters have to have access to a computer. There's no better way than to have a computer in the home, and the Optimist Club is making sure that young people, young students have computers in the home. And you can help. If you have a business and you're changing out your IT department or changing out your computer system in the business, talk to the folks with the Optimist Club here in Goldsboro, and they'll take those computers, refurbish them, and then make sure that youngsters get these computers, youngsters who can't afford them but need them.
It would make a huge difference in a youngster's life if they had access on a daily basis to a computer.
For so many reasons. Number one, they have access to the computer, but number two, they also, you know, there's a lot of kids out there that just don't think people care much. And we know that's not the truth. That
is not the truth. Not in our community. That is for certain.
That is for certain. People in this community, this is a great community.
It certainly
People are always coming to the forefront to volunteer and to help other people out. These kids need your help. The Optimist Club, call Bill. I've got Bill's number here. I had Bill's, here's Bill's number. Bill's number is 919-920-8541. They also not only take computers, they take peripherals as well. If you have a monitor, if you have keyboards, if you have printers, you have parts, if you have anything.
Anything computer related.
Anything computer related, including just cables. call Bill up at 920-8541 and say, I have some computer equipment I'd love to give to the Optimist Club. And they'll make excellent use of it.
I bet there's a tax write-off.
I believe you're right about that.
Do you believe it might be?
I believe it is.
Well, Wayne, we also have one other thing I'd like to share, and we've
What's
talked
that?
about it before. I want to continue to share this information with you. It's called Animals of Wonderland, and boy, is it going to be an interesting event.
Yeah.
To say the least, right?
To say the least, right.
To say the least.
To say the least.
The Heritage Dance Foundation is presenting the original music play for all ages, Animals of Wonderland, at the Paramount Theater, March the 30th. They'll have a 2 p.m. matinee and a 7 o'clock evening show. There's going to be many animal characters in the play. It's a musical. In addition, there will be a special Easter Wonderland for animals at the Center Street Jam location starting at 11 a.m. for children to come out. They'll have arts and crafts and animals and character costumes for you to get your picture made with. Lots of things are taking place at 11 a.m. This is a charity event. Donations are tax deductible. Funds will be designated to help the Humane Society's Animal Feed Program and the Animal Shelter's Spaying and Neutering Program, as well as constructing a fenced-in area for the animals to run and play at the shelter.
Great.
Come on out and help the animals. Children are encouraged to wear their favorite animal costume or either an Easter outfit to the event and the play. Oh my goodness, they're going to have a day full of this. It's all community volunteers that are going to be taking part in this particular event. And you know, if Dr. Chip Zwirling is in charge of it, it will be entertaining.
That's
an
putting it lightly.
understatement,
Yes,
right?
that is
That's
an understatement.
They will definitely have a full house of unique characters.
Animals of Wonderland. Now he wrote this, right?
He wrote this
the
himself.
play, loosely based on Alice in Wonderland.
Exactly.
Hence the Animals of Wonderland.
That's right.
So
that's
it's
right.
gonna be
You
a lot of
know it's
fun.
going to be interesting.
You're in the play.
I am the Queen of Hearts. You're in the play.
I'm such a card. Okay.
He's the Joker.
Joker, the card.
Does that fit in perfectly or what?
What? Or what?
So there's quite a few that are going to be in it. Of course, many of the people that will be entertaining us that evening are a part of his Heritage Dance Foundation and their Top Hat Ballroom.
That's right.
But many of the people have volunteered their time to come out. So if you're interested in just seeing something fun or being a part of something kind of unique and interesting, come to the Paramount Theater. You can get tickets at the Paramount's box office, or you can just go online, GoldsboroParamount.com.
There you go. Very quickly, the Mount Olive Comprehensive Transportation Plan is available for public viewing during normal business hours at the Wayne County Planning Department on North John Street, at 134 North John, and that's going on now through March 20th. You can see the Mount Olive Comprehensive Transportation Plan. That word coming from County Planner Connie Price. Thank you, Connie.
Perfect. Well, I believe it's time to go to our first interview.
It is.
This is with Goldsboro Parks and Recreation and a group from the Shad Tournament.
There you go.
Stay tuned. Good morning and welcome to the show. I'm Kim Best, your host. Today I have with me some local folks that are here to talk about the 2013 Shad Tournament. Welcome, guys, to the show.
Welcome. Thank you.
So tell me who you are, first of all.
I'm Russell Stevens. I'm with the Goldsboro Parks and Recreation Department.
Tell us who you are.
I'm Gary BEVELL. I run Easy Bait and Tackle on 117 South.
Perfect.
My name is George WOHLGEMUTH. I'm just a fisherman. I work with the city of Goldsboro, but I want to talk a little bit about our tournament as well.
There you go. Tell me why in the world we're having a Shad Festival. Tell me about it.
Well, it's a shad tournament, and what we're doing this year is
That's right. I've called it a festival twice now,
That's
haven't I?
all right. It turns into a festival. What we're going to get involved. We have Gary's been able to put on a shad tournament for the last couple of years. Parks and Rec has come aboard this year to try to increase the numbers and also getting kids involved in fishing. And what we've done last year, Gary was able to sponsor us out on the golf course for our Big Cat fishing tournament, and we saw opportunity to get more kids fishing, different bodies of water, and Gary's been a big help to us with getting us out there and letting us get the whole community involved in fishing.
So you all have brought Easy Bait and Tackle on as it just sounds like a very smart partnership between Goldsboro Parks and Rec and Easy Bait and Tackle.
Well, Easy Bait and Tackle has been sponsoring us for 8 or 10 years now, and I forgot exactly which one it is. And we have a terrible hard time getting people to get involved in it. And Park and Rec wanted to do it. I said, fantastic. We'll get some publicity.
Right, it sounds perfect.
It's absolutely a fun day.
I'm sure it is. Tell me some of the things that happened during that day.
Well, you sign up and register, and you get to go fishing. And we got, you fish for the largest creel, which can't be any more than 10. And it can be one American shad in the creel, or white shad. And the rest of them got to be hickory shad. And we'll give prizes for the largest creel, which is 10, and we'll give prizes for the largest American shad, which is a white shad, and the largest hickory shad. And,
Wow.
And we're going to have prizes for all the children. We want children to come out and fish. And that's really one of the reasons we started years ago.
Is to expose children to fishing.
Expose children to fishing, and we in my store we absolutely look after children more than we do adults. We think the child needs to be able to fish,
right,
and be given an opportunity. And we last year we had 100 children,
over 120 kids out at the golf course, and a lot of people didn't know we had lakes out there to fish on. But with Gary getting involved, getting the whole community out there, it was kind of a family event. And we're hoping the same thing will happen with the shad tournament. And we're not discounting the serious fishermen. They need to get involved in this tournament as well.
So this is for everybody.
It's for the whole
children
family.
And adults alike.
For everybody. Everybody will win something. No matter if you win the tournament or not, you will get something.
You will get some kind of prize.
George here will tell you, but George is pretty sharp at this stuff.
Well, George, tell us a little bit about what you do with the festival, not with the festival, with the tournament.
Well,
I'm determined it's going to turn into a festival by the time this interview's over.
Hopefully it will. I've had the opportunity working with Gary the last 9 years. This is our 10th annual shad tournament.
My goodness.
And we're glad to have Goldsboro Parks and Rec on board. And we hope we get a lot of participation with young people. In the past, we've had a lot of dads bring their daughters and sons, and you know, we'd love to have more cooperation. Obviously, the more people we have in this tournament, obviously, makes the whole thing bigger and better, and hopes next year that we'll be able to do with the Parks and Recs again, because this, like I say, this is our 10th tournament, and this is the first year Parks and Recs helped us as far as some of the sponsorship. Of course, Gary with Easy Baits always helped us, and I've also got some co-sponsors I like to mention when I could that have contributed miscellaneous door prizes that it currently looks like every participant probably will be leaving with a smile on their face, because we've had real good cooperation from local businesses.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And that's not even including the actual tournament prize, which internally our entry fee is $10 per person. It used to be 20. We lowered it to 10. But aside of the cash prizes that are given to the tournament winners, there will be many door prizes, anywhere from front end alignments to oil changes, seafood dinners, barbecue dinners, gift certificates, cash prizes. Currently we have, I think it's like 25 local businesses that have participated in some form or fashion. Our tournament again is March the 16th on a Saturday. We fish from 7 till 4 in the afternoon, and from 4 to 4:30 we have our weigh-in. And of course, after we have our weigh-in, we ask that everyone that participates, please don't leave, because we feel like we have enough for everybody that's participating.
Well, it sounds like the community has just really embraced this and is coming on board, and the partnership with Goldsboro Parks and Rec, this should just be a great fit. And you know, some of the best memories I have as a child is fishing with my dad in the Moose River. You know, years ago when I was a little
That brings
girl.
up a funny story. In talking with some of these businesses, and I remember, and I think Gary remembers this well, and I want to say it was 2 years ago, a gentleman fished every year and brought his daughter. For whatever reason, he didn't think, but it doesn't matter if you're 5 years old, 8 years old. Anyway, if I remember right, she was about 8 years old, a little blonde-headed girl, and we actually have a junior division for children under 12 that catch the smallest shad, and obviously we have cash prizes and gifts. But the little girl, 8 years old, after we did our main awards, she stood there with fish scales on her pants and mud where she had slipped and fallen. Anyway, she had a sad look on her face, and when we actually awarded the prizes, we teased her a little bit, and we started giving out door prizes, and she looked like I registered. You forgot about me. And basically, I think if I remember, we said, well, oh, we forgot about the junior division for people under 12. And she started to listen. Anyway, we awarded her, I think it was $100 in cash prizes.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And Gary had her a new rod and reel combination.
Oh,
And
perfect.
her father was standing there with a smile on his face, proud of his daughter. And she had a smile from ear to ear. And she'll remember this
She
rest
will.
of her life.
She
Like you
will,
were saying,
exactly.
when you're
Yeah.
young, those memories. So we encourage a lot of young people. There
It's
are a lot of
great
dads out
memory
there.
that you make. You know, it's a
Yeah.
special time that you spend with your children and your family, and I guess groups could come and do this as well, church groups and things like that.
That's fantastic. I mean, it's just
Wonderful.
however they want to do it, it suits us. If they want to enter any money, and that's fine. If they don't want to enter any money, that's fine too. And
Well,
I
how
don't
does
know what
somebody
happens.
register? How do they
come
find
to
out?
come to the store and there's applications.
Come to Easy Bait and Tackle.
And just put your name on a sheet
Or
of paper
Parks and
go.
Rec.
Or Parks and
Either
Recreation.
one.
So Goldsboro Parks and Recs, you can go on the website and you can download a form.
You can download a form, or you can come into the office and we'll register you there.
And it's a $10 entry fee per person.
Yep, and kids 12 and under fish for free.
Wow, that's nice.
Unless they want to enter into the contest, out of $10 part.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they want to, they can do that.
Well, tell me about some of these things I see here on the table. They look very interesting.
The shad don't bite because they're hungry. They bite because they'll get mad. If I'm telling this right, George, tell me. They stuff it in front of them, and you get it in front of them, and they'll hit it. And you got to have stuff. Going to put a sparkler in the water. It's going to shine in the water, and that the fish will see, and they'll go after it. But little things like that little bitty flicker spoon right there. I don't know if you can see it on TV. It's really little, but it's things like that in spoons. A Pet 13. You talk to somebody that's been fishing.
Oh, yeah.
Shad fishing all life, they know what a Pet 13 is. That's there's a famous lure, and any old man in Wayne County will tell you what a Pet 13 is. And
So you've got all kinds
there's
of
nungassers.
interesting things here
That's
that
right.
you can.
There's little shad rigs with a spoon and the dart are hooked together. In between them there is an egg. That little red thing
Right.
inside you can't see it. That's an egg. And which one leads? Which one first? The dart.
That's correct.
Yeah.
The dart first. The
Right.
dart has laid the egg, and the spoon is chasing the egg, and the fish get mad. They don't want the
That's
fish
what
taken.
makes them bite it.
That's what makes them bite.
So they can purchase these things anywhere, but at Easy Bait and Tackle right here
Easy
in
bait and
Goldsboro.
tackle. And this is a new little lure we think will be good. It's called a, what's that called? Umbrella rig. And we think it'll be good. It's pretty, it's sparkling, and it's in the water. It's really pretty. But these little darts are flat on the front. And when they run through the water, they kind of spread the water, and they make it look sparkly. And the water's muddy this time. It's really muddy. And you got to get something they're going to see. A lot of people, if you don't have a lot of little change, you can buy these and these in these bags right here and put them together and let me get them so the people can see it, and put them together, and you can do it for a whole lot less.
So if you're interested in finding how you need to bait your tackle, you need to go to Easy Bait and Tackle, and he can certainly show you how you need to put all these things
You
together.
sure enough can. And it's not expensive. It's called a poor man's tarpon fishing.
That's exactly right.
And it's known, if you look on a computer, poor man's tarpon, you'll find this shad fishing into it. It's for the man that lives in the country. And people eat the shad. They absolutely eat. They fry the shad. If you ever remember going to the fish box on
Oh yes.
70, and you buy fish, and they would fry it. They would fry the spots, and the tail was completely cooked. They fry the shad so the bones in it are completely cooked, and it's very good.
So you
Very
can
good,
fish and take your fish home and cook dinner.
Yeah, you
Can
can
they
if
do
you want
that?
to. Most people don't do it. Most people use
Most
the
people
fish.
put the fish on the board and they eat the board and throw the fish away.
Well, there you go. There you
They
go.
use the meat to catch
Yes.
catfish and rockfish, which are behind them. Right behind these shad will be rockfish, or stripers as we know them. And they're right behind it. But this is the umbrella rig, and you can take these spoons and put spoons on it and really make a big attraction coming through the water when you pull it.
It's catching the fish's interest, I
You're
guess.
catching the fish's interest. This comes from deep water fishing, but it works. And, but these little, you got little honey hole spoons and stuff like that. They do
So
work.
plenty of things to choose from to interest. What have you got there?
Yeah, and I'd like to mention Gary, for all you guys out there that have shad fished all your life, I know you're familiar with honey hole. East Coast Coastline Service Center, Coors Tackle, Gary, everybody has an ample supply. Guys, honey hole spoons are out there. Everyone's telling me they may not get any more, so if you get out and you're getting 2 spoons for the price of 1, as much as they love roots and trees, honey hole are available now. The fish have started showing up at Stony Creek, Noose River, and as soon as these fly off the shelves, guys, they may not be available. Honey hole, good spoon,
better get out
good
and get
price.
all the things that you need to get ready for this shad tournament. So Saturday, March 16th, make sure you go on and register. Great way to spend the day with your family, having a good time and making memories. Well, thank you all for being on the show. Appreciate it. I hope it's a huge success.
It will be.
All right, thank you. I hope you've learned more about what's happening at Goldsboro Parks and Recreation.
And we're back on WGTV today. That was fun.
It was. It really was. And I hope they have a good turnout. And I do appreciate Easy Bait and Tackle taking that on and supporting this for years. It's a really fun, could be a really fun day to make memories with family members.
Did I mention that I have a secret about Gary Bevel?
Tell me, what is it?
His birthday is this week.
Well, happy birthday, Gary Bevel.
It's a secret.
Oh.
Okay. Don't tell anybody.
All right, tonight is the Wages Candlelight Vigil. They're calling it Life Lights. It's at Berkeley Mall tonight at 6 p.m., but of course no cost at all. Wayne County Wages Candlelight Vigil is recognizing the victims of child abuse and neglect here in our county. That is, like I said, tonight, Berkeley Mall in the center area. I'd love to see you there.
Okay, coming up on March 23rd. Now, we just had one of these a week or two ago.
Yes, we did.
But we have a blackberry production and planting workshop.
The last one was blueberry, right? I believe the last one was blueberry,
You know what?
so this is blackberry.
Right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So I've got my colors all mixed up here. This is blackberry production. I love them all. Oh boy.
Me too. I love blackberries.
Yes, I do too. Blackberry Production and Planting Workshop coming up March 23rd. This is sponsored by SEFS and a bunch of other people, North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service. Also, this is going to be held at SEFS at 201 Stevens Mill Road. Registration fee is $10. Wayne County Cooperative Extension and SEFS are the organizers, and Dr. Gina Fernandez, as North Carolina State University Small Fruit Extension Specialist, will present the program.
What are we learning
23rd.
about?
You're learning about
How to plant them and how to take care of them.
Yeah,
and, okay.
the right soil mix, any sort of soil amendments you need to make, how much sun they need, and they need a lot of sun. They need all this stuff. So this is production and planting workshop.
Wonderful.
For blackberries. Oh boy. And if you want to know more about this, call Lisa Forehand in Raleigh. She's at NC State at 919-513-0954. 513-0954. Okay?
If you want to participate in something fun this weekend, well, you have so many things right here in our community being offered to you, but this weekend is the Music Man.
Music Man.
Yes,
Dublin River City.
The Music Man is being produced by Stage Struck Children's Theater, the Young People's Own Theater. They'll have shows beginning this Thursday night, and it'll run all the way through Sunday afternoon. They'll have a matinee. Each night's show is at 7 o'clock p.m. Cost is $15 for adults, $12 for students. You can get tickets by calling Stage Struck Theater. StageStruck.org is their website if you want to learn more about it. Please come out and support the youth. These are children kindergarten through ages 18. They must be in school to participate. Homeschoolers are also very involved, and it's all a volunteer organization, and we would love to see you out there. And if you love musicals, this is a good one to go see.
It's a great
The
one.
Music Man this weekend.
Do you know anything about Taichi?
About who?
Taichi.
I don't believe I know anything about Taichi. Who is he?
I thought you did.
I don't know Taichi. Tai Chi.
Oh, Gesundheit. Tai Chi, Friday, March 8th at 2 p.m. Thane Collins, a second-degree black belt in Kung Fu and Jiu-Jitsu, will teach a free class of Tai Chi at the Senior Center. This is at the Senior Center.
Nice.
The class is open to any Wayne County senior age 60 and over. And the reason for that is they're afraid that people 59 and under might not be able to keep up.
Of course.
Advanced registration is required. The class is limited to 15 participants, so if you want to get in on this Tai Chi class, you need to contact Aaron McAuliffe at the Senior Center as soon as possible and say, look, I want to get in on this. Advanced registration is required. Call Aaron, 919-705-1785, 705-1785. Students are reminded to please dress comfortably. This is March 8th is when it's going to be held, so you only have a little while, in fact, very few days to register for this
That's right.
thing. So
It's coming up.
get with the program here and call Aaron.
Well, Wayne, we want to ask everybody if you are ready for spring, because if you are, you need to hop to it. And hop straight on over to the Arts Council of Wayne County, because they are having Tuesday, March the 5th at 5:30 p.m. They are having a class for bunny making.
Bunny making?
Paper mache bunny rabbits. Yes, they're having a session
man.
at 5:30 p.m. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so much fun. On the 5th, they're going to do it again on the 13th. It's a class to learn how to make paper mache bunnies.
Wow.
You get to make it, paint it, design it. Oh my goodness, that's going to be fun. And that, once again, that starts on the 5th of March. Call Sarah Merritt and her staff at the Arts Council of Wayne County at 736-3300. Hop to it.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Doesn't it though? Paper mache's fun anyway.
Yeah. How about a trivia question?
All right, sounds good.
All right. We are in an agricultural community
Yes,
here
we
in
are.
Wayne County. We are.
And
We
proud
grow
of it.
all kinds of things. We are very proud of that. We do such a great job with that. One of the biggest in the country in agriculture here in Wayne County. We also, that includes, of course, our livestock.
Right, of course.
All right, horses and cattle and swine and poultry.
Okay.
Well, somewhere along the line, back years and years and years ago, there was a fellow who was working as a chicken plucker at a poultry factory.
Okay.
A chicken plucker. His name was Ernest.
Ernest the chicken plucker.
Ernest the chicken plucker
And
went on to become one of the most famous people in the world.
Purdue chickens.
No, his name is Ernest Evans,
Ernest Evans.
but we know him by another name. One of the most famous people in the world. No. He
That
was
was
a
a
chicken
good
plucker,
guess.
but it was a good guess. She
Our
said
producer said Colonel Sanders,
Colonel
which is a
Sanders,
very
that's
good
right.
guess.
He was not a military man, but he went on to become one of the most famous people in the world
Interesting.
in the entertainment industry,
Ah,
not in the food industry.
in the entertainment
His name was
industry.
Ernest Evans. Now, some people may know this one.
Think about that one.
Ernest Evans. You know, like how Elvis was a truck driver?
Yes.
Okay, kind of the same story.
Okay.
This guy became very famous. Ernest Evans. Everyone knows Ernest Evans by another name.
Give us another little hint.
He was tall.
He was tall.
Well, okay, maybe that's not a good clue. Okay, this is in the area of music as an entertainer. He was an entertainer.
in
Ernest
what
Evans.
decade?
I can't tell you.
That'll give it away.
Yes.
Okay. Have to think about that.
Yeah, think about that. And if you need more clues, we'll have more clues in the next segment.
All right,
Ernest
sounds
Evans,
good.
chicken plucker extraordinaire. Yes.
Too funny. All right, let's see. One last thing before we go off to
Real
our
quick.
next interview is Cinderella the Ballet. Saturday, March the 9th at 7:30 p.m. Let's see, Goldsboro Ballet will present Cinderella. Tickets will be available at the Paramount Theater. They will have shows March 8th and 9th, but all the shows will be at 7:30 p.m. You can call Peggy Wingate at 583-8432, or you can visit their website, which is goldsboroballet.com. They would love to see you there. I'm sure it's an absolutely beautiful ballet. I got a little tiny glimpse of it. They participated in the Paramount's Gala recently,
Yeah.
and it was absolutely beautiful what Goldsboro Ballet had on that stage, let me tell you.
I know you know Peggy Wingate.
Yes, I do. Her and her daughter.
And the Goldsboro Ballet. We are so fortunate
Yes,
to
we are.
have an organization like Goldsboro Ballet right here in Wayne County.
We are.
Peggy Wingate has done an amazing job with these young people. And we're so fortunate. And if you ever have a chance to see, and Cinderella the Ballet is one fine example.
Oh, absolutely. And she teaches classic ballet.
Yes.
And she tells it in these stories, you know, that we all know and love. And to see it on stage and to see these absolutely fine dancers that have been trained for years and years to come and put this together right here in our community.
Yeah.
You know, take the time to go see it because
very
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it
you're
is.
right
Once
about
again, that's Saturday, March the 9th, 8th and 9th at the Paramount Theater. So mark your calendars if you're interested in seeing this program.
Okay, are we ready for this?
We are.
I am so excited about this. Wayne County, North Carolina is at #1 in the state of North Carolina because we did it first and foremost and before anybody else in the state did it. We are so good. And I'm not trying to jinx this thing, but I'm just proud. Wait till you see this about the Work Ready program in Wayne County.
I don't want to rap the gavel, but just a little. Thank you so much for coming this morning. It's a great occasion. Got a lot to celebrate. And at this time, I'd like to ask Ms. Joanna Hams, the president of the Wayne County Development Alliance, to come before us. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Today we are making history in Wayne County, making history in eastern North Carolina and also in the state of North Carolina. Today, Wayne County will be formally recognized as the first work-ready community in the state. I'm Joanna Helms with the Wayne County Development Alliance, and it's my pleasure to welcome all of you here today. The Development Alliance had just a small role, a bit part, you might say, in making this initiative become a reality. The main players, the real stars, you'll hear from in just a minute. These are the ones that have worked together for months to really make this happen and to get to where we are today. So again, welcome and thank you for your interest and your support. Now let's get started. First, you will hear from Kathy Howard, Associate Vice President with North Carolina's Eastern Region. The Eastern Region is one of 7 regional partnerships for economic development in the state of North Carolina. Immediately following Kathy, you'll hear from Tammy Childers, Executive Director with the Eastern Carolina Workforce Development Board. These two ladies spearheaded this pilot program for the counties in eastern North Carolina and have worked diligently in their respective roles. Kathy?
Hi everyone. Hi. Good morning. I'm Kathy Howard, as I know a lot of you, and I'm very excited to be here today. I'm excited more than anything to have Wayne County as the first certified workforce in our region and in the state. Wayne County is a leader, and we all know that in the room for workforce development. Because of your community's leadership and strong voice for workforce, we began our Workforce Innovation Network a few years back in North Carolina's Eastern Region. Industries, we know, do see workforce as the #1 factor in locating industry. Because of your successes a few years back with this, our region grew our program, citing the successes of workforce working with industry. Our Aspire program has grown to 13 counties in our region and covers 11 community colleges. Nowhere else in the state or the region, nowhere else in the state are groups like this working together as one for workforce. The North Carolina Rural Center saw our vision and saw the initiatives of Wayne County's leadership in the workforce development role and chose us as the pilot location for work-ready communities. We've learned a lot in this process, and we've seen some great successes, and we're hoping to take this pilot program statewide in the next year or so. Thank you, Wayne County, for your leadership, your strength to step up and recognize this as an integral factor in assisting existing and recruiting new industry. Thank you.
I'm Tammy Childers for the Eastern Carolina Workforce Development Board, and on behalf of the board, we're very proud of the successes of Wayne County and to be a part of the celebration today for being designated as our first certified work-ready communities initiative. And for Wayne County, what that really means is your leadership, which you already know, the Board of Commissioners, your superintendent of your school system, your community college president, your chamber executive, your job link manager, all of the core partners, and more importantly, the private sector have come together to say that we value our citizens, we value our workforce, we know we have quality in our region, and we know that we can make a difference. And by making a difference, we've been able to have, through the work-ready community, set some high goals. One being to see an increase in graduation rate. We want for all of our eastern counties to have over 80% high school graduation rates. Our young people deserve that. We want to see our adults, our unemployed, underemployed, those working, to have the skill sets needed for employers. We want our employers to recognize the value of the workers and the workforce in this region and in this county. And what you've done is you've proven that through your leadership and more importantly through working together that it could happen. Not only happen in Wayne County and in eastern North Carolina as mentioned, but I would be willing to say if you look at the data across the country, you would see that Wayne County is probably leading many, many workforce development initiatives. But the Work Ready Community Initiative really sets the standard high. With the state with over 150,000 individuals that have earned a career readiness certificate, which is the basic foundational skills that 85% of the employers say that they want, you've demonstrated that. You've demonstrated it in the region by being over 10,000 for this county, and you certainly have helped pull us up together. And the partnerships and the collaboration we're learning from Wayne County is unprecedented in this community, and you really should be very proud of the team. You've got a quality workforce, a quality in your employers, quality community, and thank you for your leadership in today and this region.
Thanks, Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy and Kathy. We really can't say enough about the tremendous value that Wayne Community College brings to our county. You hear this all the time, and the reason you hear it all the time is because it's true. Wayne Community College is a leader and an innovator, and their partnership in this endeavor further solidifies that status. Next, we'll hear from Dr. Kay Albertson, President, Wayne Community College.
Thank you, everyone. I will come anywhere to hear those kinds of comments.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
You know, those of us in education very often work with formulas. And we indeed had a formula for the success in moving towards our work-ready community's status. And there were 3 variables that we worked. The first is we had a strategic plan that had achievable goals and objectives. We worked the plan, we're continuing to work the plan, and we're continuing to make improvements. The second variable for this success in becoming a work-ready community was that we had strong leadership. Strong leadership with our Works Initiative, led by Diane Ivey and her staff. Strong leadership with the advisory and steering committees that have worked behind the scenes to make the Works Initiative so successful. And our third strong variable was our partners and our stakeholders. You've heard them called out already this morning, but I think all of the partners and stakeholders deserve one more round of attention. We could not have become a work-ready community. We could not be successful with our Works Initiative if it wasn't for the leadership of our county government and our elected officials. We contribute much of our success to the Wayne County Economic Development Alliance, to the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce, to the public school system, to our business and industries, and yes, to Wayne Community College. But along the way with our partners, we picked up the advocacy and the talents of our North Carolina Eastern region, and of Tammy Childers and the Eastern Carolina Workforce Development Board. Together, we put together our talents, our time, our funding to make this initiative work. And I think that they all deserve another round of applause. We all know that partnerships are essential to making things work. And when the ladies mentioned that we are truly an example of collaboration and partnerships, I could not agree more. And we're ready to continue in this movement. And in the spirit of March Madness, gentlemen, we're number 1.
Thank you, Kay. Well, who'd have thought that 6 or 7 years ago that Wayne County would lead the state in awarding of Career Readiness Certificates, or CRCs, or that we would hold that rank for all of those 6 or 7 years. and that just this past year, we would surpass 10,000 CRCs. Those numbers are due in large part to the Wayne County Public School System being on board early in the game for the advancement of workforce development issues in Wayne County. And in particular, the leadership of the public school system. They really understand the link between that and jobs and economic development. Dr. Steve Taylor, Superintendent of Wayne County Public Schools, will be our next speaker.
Good morning. Good morning. Having a work-ready designated community is a big deal. It's huge for Wayne County. No one entity in Wayne County has caused this. It's been a true collaborative effort among all the entities involved. Being one of the first county to be identified is certainly quite an honor. And I think everybody in this room has a responsibility in our role to make sure our potential workers have the best skills and training possible to better market our community and try to get into the industry in Wayne County. Now, in the process of making our county work ready, the public schools had two challenges, mainly. We had a lot of challenges, we had two mainly. One was to participate and contribute with the career readiness certificate testing, work keys testing that you've already heard about. And secondly was the graduation rates. Now, I think it's important that in our county that we have good educational systems, and I think we do. We have good private and public schools. We have Wayne Community College and Mount Olive College, which I think would attract anyone to our county. But, you know, we were ahead of the game on this work keys testing, because back in 2006 and 2007, I had a visit from County Manager Lee Smith, and Dr. Wilson, who was then president at Wayne Community College, or Mike Haney with Economic Development Commission. Then we had our folks in, our CTE staff, which our career tech staff, which we used to call vocational staff. And we talked about, can we do this testing in our schools? And, you know, we test our kids all the time anyway. So I figure it's just another test. And we'll work it in and we'll try to make it a part of what we do. So we started that process in 2007 and 2008. We piloted this testing in two of our schools at Spring Creek and Sullivan High. The following year, we administered the test to all of our juniors and seniors. And since 2009, all of our juniors take the work keys, as well as new seniors that come in to the system. Now, our career and technical education staff have championed the work keys initiative. Our high school principals, career development coordinators, and English teachers are certainly leaders in that. Now, you've heard the numbers, 10,000 CRCs. Well, I guess brag a little bit about, over 60% of those are because of the testing that we do in our schools, and we're very proud of that. In the fall of 2012, over 92% of our kids that tested earned some designation, whether it's bronze, silver, or gold. And of course, we also add this to their transcript, so that when they go to apply for jobs or college or for military, that designation is on there. So I thought, you know, in my view, the CRC part was a little easier challenge. And of course, we're glad now that we did that for many reasons. One, it makes our community more ready. It certainly shows that the schools are producing kids and kids are graduating ready. But also, we didn't realize in 2011-12 that DBI was going to start tracking this. So in 2011-12, DBI now tracks the number of work keys certificates that are issued, either being speaking silver or gold. And so again, we were ahead of the curve on doing that. Now, the biggest challenge for us was the graduation rate. Now, it used to be that the graduation rate was calculated a different way. And we were about 95% consistently every year, because basically they looked at your seniors, looked at 1 year, and you look at the number of kids that actually graduated that year, and we were around 95%. Well then, back in 2005-06, they changed the rules on us. And they went to a cohort graduation rate, which is the 4-year rate. Which basically, what happens is, they track kids in the 9th grade into the 12th grade. And there's lots of variables that play into what is counted as a dropout and what is counted as a graduate. Just for an example, if any of our kids leave the public schools and they go to Wayne Community College and it's a high school diploma or a GED, they're counted as a dropout. Dr. Harris and I signed those diplomas, but for whatever reason, they're counted as a dropout. So some of those hurdles certainly made our jobs a lot more difficult. But the first year that graduation rate was calculated, we were at 61.5%. And we had to improve from that and do something different. So we started putting in place some initiatives to try to improve that. And one of those, and you were on board at the beginning to help us, you helped to fund one of our first graduation coaches at Hillsborough High School. And since that time, we have been able to fund through CIS, and through the ABC Board, through Race to the Top, and even through United Way, additional success coaches in our middle schools. We improved the curriculum at the high school level, put it in place, innovative high schools, one-school engineering, career academies, and all these things came into play which helped us to improve our rates. So the bottom line is, and this past year, 2011-12, was the first year that Wayne County and the state was over 80%. So we, in the 6-year period, we were able to improve our graduation rate by 18.6%. At the same time, the state improved their graduation rate by 12.3%. So, and in fact, between 10, 11, 11, 12, we increased it 6%. And with the initiative that was in place, we were charged with at least increasing by 1%. I think CRC's was 2% a year, and then the graduation rate was 1% a year. So we were very proud of that. Now, I don't know that the graduation rate will ever be 100%. I wish I could say that it would be. But obviously, the higher you go, the more difficult it is to increase that number. We will certainly try to do that. So I will say to you that, in summary, we are pleased with the Wayne County Public Schools to be a contributing partner with regard to our county by labor work rate. And we look forward to seeing the push of our labor with regard to giving Wayne County a competitive advantage in attracting business and industry with a well-prepared workforce. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. You know, all of these efforts are for naught if the business community does not buy into the process, or they fail to see the value or the relevance. The Wayne County Chamber of Commerce has a long history of partnering with all of the agencies here today. And they have taken an active role in many workforce development initiatives. Today, we will hear from Dr. Ed Wilson, Interim Director with the Wayne County Chamber.
Thank you, Joanna. Good morning. Good morning. What a great day. Wayne County leads the state in career readiness certificates and now is the first work-ready community in North Carolina. That's amazing. I remember that meeting, Steve, that we had back a few years ago. I can't imagine that we have gone this far, this fast, with a tremendous program. But I'm excited to represent our community businesses this morning. I'd like to thank Lee Smith and the previous Board of County Commissioners, because without them, this day would have not happened. And I'm sure that you will continue to support this effort in the future. Being designated as a work-ready community is not an easy task. In addition to the other partners, the work-ready community's criteria requires a minimum of 10 of the top 20 largest employers to commit to excellence in the workforce by written notification that they prefer or require the CRC for recruitment and hiring. This whole effort began many years ago. It grew out of a meeting with employers who raised concerns about the quality of their applicants, and we responded with the with the Works Initiative. Having a labor force that is ready to go to work is vitally important. Work-ready community is about making sure the individuals looking for jobs or employees that businesses want to hire. Business and industry know exactly what fundamental skills they need for a productive workforce, and the CRCs gives them a way to easily communicate their needs. Individuals now know exactly what fundamental skills they need for a productive workforce, and the CRC gives them a way to easily communicate their needs. Individuals understand what skills are required and how to prepare for success in obtaining a job and also advancing their career. Advantages for our employers include shorter training time for new employees and, more importantly, reduced turnover. Wayne County employers continue to show their support of this and other local workforce development initiatives and economic development initiatives because they know that a strong workforce is the most important factor in their ability to do business efficiently and effectively. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Next, I will ask Kathy, Tammy, and County Commissioner Chair Steve King to please step forward for the presentation, as long as the other stakeholders. Immediately following the presentation, we will have remarks by Steve King.
We are all important, and we're all on this boat together, and we've been on this boat for a long time, and we've not reached our destination yet. We've still got a long way to go. We've got to get this pilot program state ready. It is as good as it can get right now here to get it launched. So we certainly want to push forward to getting this implemented through the whole state of North Carolina. What an advantage to the state to have this done that way. There were a few things that were said. Establish. I like that word because it's creating. It's not taking down, it's creating. And from that, it's a foundation. I heard that word, foundation. It's building from the bottom, not from the top. Heard the word quality, value. The use creates the market creates the value creates the revenue, and jobs follow capital. So as we establish the revenue from the use of all of these certificates, we look at the job market, and that's exactly what you've done. You've attacked it, and this impact is going to be a huge, just a huge incentive for businesses that are looking to locate in North Carolina. The last word is, someone said partnership. Ed, I believe you, focus. Staying focused and not getting distracted. Coming to this part right here took a lot of work from a lot of people. There was no one person. There was a vision, but it took so many to be a part of that vision. No one got distracted. Everyone stayed focused. And because of that, we have what I think is the most important word on here. It's not certified. It's not work ready. It's community. It's community. It's a partnership. And this board, I can tell you today, consensus of this board, we want to partner with you. And we want to work with you, and we want to make it better for the businesses that want to come to Wayne County, for those who work and feel comfortable, but they've earned their position to work in that spot, and to have an incentive to grow with the companies that they go to work for. Community, partnership, we're going to do that. Thank you so much for coming this morning.
And we're back on WGTV today.
Oh boy.
Well, Wayne, I'm so proud, once again, just like you said earlier, of Wayne County and being work ready.
We are work ready. We are #1 in the state, the first to get that certification. And we are very proud of that. And a lot of people have worked really, really hard to make that happen.
Yes, they have.
And you're going to hear more about it.
That's what it takes.
Yes,
that's what it takes. Collaboration and continued work. Moving forward.
Moving forward, the Beatles. The Beatles hit their album Beatles Again was released in the U.S. containing the song Hey Jude.
Oh, yes.
This day, 1970. And in fact, they weren't together too much longer after that. Michael Jackson's Thriller hit #1 in the U.S. album this day, spent a total at a week of 37 weeks at #1. 37 weeks.
Wow.
37 weeks. That's a long,
yes,
that's 9 months. 37 weeks, Thriller hit #1.
That
that's
sounds
the
unheard
album.
of.
It is, but it
but
was,
Michael Jackson did that.
Michael Jackson did that.
He broke all kinds of standards.
That's right. Also on this day in 1991, the U.S. Patent Office issuing a patent to a fellow by the name of William Black of Margate, Florida, for his automatic throw and fetch doggy toy. The device would throw the ball, a dog would fetch it, return it, drop it into a funnel on top, and the machine would then throw it again and again and again and again. Now the trick was getting the dog to read the directions. That was the trick. Also on this day, A 38-year-old Muncie, Indiana woman tried to remove a callus from her foot by shooting it off with a 410 gauge shotgun.
Oh,
she did.
My goodness.
She tried. Anyway, she told police later at the hospital
Oh my gosh.
she was a bit inebriated. All right, and if you're under 18, you don't know what that means, then you don't need to know what that means. Anyway, seemed like a good idea at the time. It wasn't, of course. But,
no, absolutely
not. But she's okay now. Birthdays today include Michael Bolton. He's 59. A birthday for Mitch Ryder of the Detroit Wheels. I love his music. He's 68 today. And Fats Domino is 84. 85 today.
85. I've seen him in concert.
Have you? I love Fats Domino.
He was in Atlantic City one time when I was there.
Really? I love Fats Domino. I'm walking. Yes, indeed. Anyway, Fats Domino 84, and actually Fats Domino has something to do with our trivia question today.
Oh, really? Well, give us the answer to that, Mr. Wayne Alley.
Let me preface it all by simply saying that the question was, a chicken plucker by the name of Ernest Evans became one of the most famous entertainers of all time.
Yes. Who is he?
After he changed his name. The name was not Fats Domino, but Dick Clark's wife took the name Fats Domino and played with that name, Fats Domino, and made it Chubby Checker.
How about that?
Chubby Checker's name is Ernest Evans, and he used to work as a chicken plucker in a chicken plucking plant.
Interesting, and he's tall, huh?
He's tall, yeah. He looked a little heavy at first, but he went on a diet and lost a ton of weight, and then, actually a pretty nice guy. Yeah, nice guy, and still entertaining, as a matter of fact.
We would have never guessed that, right?
Chubby Checker. There you go. All right, let's see what else is going on.
Well, on Thursday, March the 14th, at Mount Olive College in the Assembly Hall, they're having the Matrix Precision Trio perform.
Oh, yeah.
They're based in Nashville, Tennessee. The Matrix Trio is dedicated to exploring and performing music written and arranged for percussion across all frontiers.
Wow. I love that.
They perform a vast array of instruments. They believe passionately in the power of their rhythmic extravaganza. My goodness.
Rhythmic.
They like to entertain both young and old. This event is open to the public. Tickets are $10 per person. You can contact Stuart at 919-658-7166 at Mount Olive College. Remember, that's Thursday, March the 14th.
I'm a former percussionist years ago. I didn't keep it up, of course, because I don't do that now, except I play a mean tabletop.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
But percussion, people don't realize the broadness of the percussion instruments. You think of drums, you think of the timpani, you think of the glockenspiel is actually percussion. But do you know piano is a percussion instrument?
Is it? Well, this group, I bet, they said they have a long list of instruments they're going to be showcasing on that evening. So if you're interested, call Mount Olive College. And I believe that's all for today, Mr. Wayne Alley.
Is that it?
That is it.
We're out of time already? We just got here.
You all have a fantastic day. Take advantage of your Tuesday. Right, Mr. Wayne?
That's right, Ms. Kim. And we'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. We've had a good time. We'll have a good time again tomorrow. If you'll join us, you'll have a good time too. Tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock here on WGTV today. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and thank you for joining us.